With so many benchmark test videos and so many performance suggestions and so many opinions, things can get a bit cluttered. It's been 1 month with this MacBook Pro, and while I won't say that I regret it, we need to clarify some. This video is being brought to you by Epidemic Sound. Get all of your audio, sound, library needs, and sound effects from Epidemic Sound via the link in the description with a 30-day free trial. Don't do it. Do not buy a single MacBook Pro until there is clarity. Let's start with the cons of the 14-inch MacBook Pro. It will run hotter than the 16-inch. It's physics, obviously. And yes, the fans are most likely to turn on before the 16-inch model, yet the 16-inch model is louder due to the fans being bigger. It's physics also. The speakers are smaller in comparison to the speakers that you get inside of the 16-inch. Something to consider maybe? And the last con, which is only for some, that darn notch. Now I know you think it will destroy your experience, but you can hide it easily with dark mode and a dark wallpaper as you see me doing. I don't even notice the notch. I forgot that there's a notch. This display on the MacBook Pro has changed everything. In many ways for the better, but in some ways for the worse. Let's start with the good. Color accuracy galore. As I said in my previous video, no photo or video edit, color grade, or anything of that matter gets approved without being checked on this display. That says a lot. Oh, and that display that I just talked about can travel with you in a 14-inch form factor. And let's just say you're not a creative and all you care about is getting this beautiful display for the high resolution as well as the HDR visual capabilities. Oh, and did we mention it has ProMotion 120 Hz refresh rate goodness? I'm trying to tell you that this thing is the best display that I've ever seen on any laptop. And with that being said, I now want an Apple Pro XDR display, which retails at $6,000 for the nano texture one. You know, we don't want reflections over here. And it's all because of this. The keyboard. I love it. All black everything. The function keys have returned. And it's satisfying to type on. Now, I won't lie. It can get a bit greasy looking, so make sure you wipe it down. Wipe me down. You know, one thing that people do not give Apple enough credit on is their audio. Studio class microphone, 6-speaker audio system, as well as a high fidelity headphone jack capable of powering high impedance headphones. It worked just fine with my Beyerdynamic DT770 Pros. And when I put the audio speaker system to the test, it effectively fills the audio space. Let me show you. Epidemic Sound, MBHD neck. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way, I've been blind to it. Yeah. All these suckers, all these busts, all these leeches, I'm not blind to it. Yeah. Get you done, we gon' run on watch me come up off of my music. I just make 10 in a week. I can make 10 in a day. Hey. I'ma wake up on the beach. I'ma wake up on the hey. Alright, that's enough. So now if you're anything like me and you upload to social media any type of video content and you like to put music and audio sound effects, well guess what? Me, I got you covered with Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is the audio library that I use for all of my sound effects, all of my music backing, and it doesn't matter if it's just for all of the social media platforms or commercial use. They have a plan for each one of those. Basically, what am I telling you? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, what else is there out there? Whatever I didn't say, Instagram. It's all covered under your Epidemic Sound subscription. And don't tell Epidemic Sound, but I'm finna slide you a link for a 30-day free trial down in the description below. And even better, if you're around for the holiday season, for Black Friday, I got an extra code down there to get you 2 extra months. So a total of 3 months free with Epidemic Sound. Cover your needs, protect yourself from any unwanted copyright strikes or DMCA takedowns. I got you. Link in the description. Oh, and you also can pair those studio quality microphones with this here 1080p high resolution webcam, which is new to the 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro. Now, when we talk performance, things can get controversial as well as very confusing. With so many benchmark test videos and so many performance suggestions and so many opinions, things can get a bit cluttered. Some even rave that you don't need the M1 Max or even a 10-core M1 Pro. All you need is the base model 8-core bin chip. One thing I don't get is how can someone speak for everyone? So after using the 8-core chip, the 10-core M1 Pro, and the M1 Max, I can honestly say that there is a difference. And there is a need for each variant. And with that being said, I chose the M1 Max. But that brings the question, do I regret it? No.